Hey guys, I'm Cassandra Bodzak and welcome to LightMAYker'16. I did this last year where every day I did a video a day in May. And I got such great responses from it, and so many people reached out to specifically say that they love this series, that I wanted to keep it up this year and invite you back for another round. So I will be doing a video a day, just a topic that's coming up for me. If you have ideas of things you want me to riff on, questions you'd like me to address in a video, please don't hesitate. Write them in the comments below. I read everything, and I would love to create a video just for you. So today we're going to dive in, because I thought it was you'll see how appropriate this is once we get going, is why certain behaviors in others drive you crazy. Or as we like to call it, or become triggers, right? Why are you triggered by that behavior? So-and-so does X, and you can't control how annoyed you are, perhaps, or maybe it's like a visceral reaction, something in you drives you crazy. And I recently uncovered something that had been a trigger for me for years, and that is inconsistency. And so I have, for as long as I can remember, not respected inconsistency in other people. Inconsistency in relationship is, one of my biggest, kind of deal breakers. And what I mean by inconsistency is just not showing up every day. Whether that means, kind of showing one side. It's kind of like Yoda, right? Like do or do not, but there is no try. Like you're either in it or you're not, but don't be like in it some days, out of it other days. In all ventures in life, whether it's business, relationship, whatever, that's how I feel about things. I don't really respect inconsistency. In fact, I so don't respect it that it kind of drives me insane. And recently I attracted some people in my life who are pretty inconsistent. And I had a moment where I really took a dose of my own medicine and realized, well, if this was a client and she was like, all these people are coming in and they're all driving me crazy because they're so inconsistent, I would say, okay, well, let's take a minute and see where is that inconsistency reflected in you. Because quite often, and you're not going to want to hear this, but quite often the things that drive us crazy about others are the things that drive us crazy about ourselves. That's right. The things that really annoy you about others, the things that you really don't like, are oftentimes things that in some capacity you don't like about yourself. So you might say, well, Cassandra, where is your inconsistency? Well, the reason why it eluded me for so many years was because my inconsistency is not necessarily in the same area that triggers me. So while relationships might trigger me with inconsistency, or even business situations might trigger me with inconsistency, where my inconsistency lies was really within myself. I wasn't being consistent with myself, and it was in small ways. Whether it was, committing to a workout program but not seeing through to it, allowing too many excuses to come up. The biggest consistent thing I've done, which I think it's why it's felt the best, is my meditation practice. My meditation practice is super consistent. But there are so many things in my life, just from having a scheduled time to check emails, or always, doing certain things at certain times, work-wise, that I really struggle with consistency on. And I realized that all these little things that I was doing that I wasn't showing up consistently for, although my intention was always good when I started like a Periscope thing and I wanted to do it every morning. And my intention is always great with these things, and I'm so excited and I'm so jazzed about it, right? But it's kind of like that do or do not, but don't try, right? And instead of just saying, I'm going to do this and I'm going to commit to this, even on the days I really don't want to do it, even on the days that I'm really tired, even on the days I'm super over it, I'm going to do it because I'm going to commit to it. Or just saying, you know what, that actually feels energetically draining just thinking about it. That's so much of my time to commit. to something that I'm not, feeling any energetic exchange from. And I'm just going to say no, and I'm going to allow that to be something I do when I feel called, right? So it's not necessarily that you have to like say yes to everything. It's just like really being conscious of what you commit to so you can show up consistently. So this is kind of like a double layer thing, because maybe this consistency is hitting you, or perhaps it's just alerting you to something in your life that is driving you crazy right now, and you can kind of take a look at and say, where can I learn from this? Where am I perhaps doing this with myself? And I just want to honor you right now. If you're thinking of something and you're like, I don't think I'm doing it. Like, I'm not doing it with me. I spent years not realizing how I was being inconsistent with myself. So it is a process. There are some things that will be really obvious, right? Like, you'll cancel on someone for dinner, and then someone will cancel on you, and then you'll be annoyed by them, and you'll be like, oh, I just did that to someone. There are some things that'll be super easy like that. And then there'll be things like my inconsistency, where it took me years in being in a place to really see it and to really be able to look at it from a place of love and saying, wow, this is an area where when I show up inconsistently for myself and the things that I value and that I'm committed to, I'm not respecting myself fully, and I'm not loving myself fully. So part of my commitment to consistency, I'm really excited, is to kick off this 40 days. I'm going to do 40 days instead of just May, because Kundalini. So I'm going to do 40 days of vlogs straight. And that is something that I'm willing and going to commit to. So I hope right now if there's something going on for you, and if not, just keep this in the back of your head, that's driving you crazy about someone, you love's behavior, whether it's a friend or a parent or a spouse or, someone you're dating. You just take that minute and, ask why, is there something that is reflected in me? And just honor that space of the question. Show up with the question to your meditation, and, journal on the question. And we can learn so much from the things that bother us about others if we just open ourselves to that space and come at it from a place of love. It's not about judging you or making yourself wrong or making the other person right or anything like that. It's a whole learning experience, and how can you grow and how can you love yourself more fully. So I hope this was helpful for you. I'm super excited to kick off this journey together. And I'd love to hear in the comments below what's coming up for you during this. Do you realize that maybe you're inconsistent? Or perhaps there is something else that's been triggering you that you're like, wow, I didn't realize how I was doing that to myself. Either way, again, I'd love to hear from you. If you know someone that needs to listen to this video, please share it with them. If you're not already subscribed, please get on that and subscribe, because I'd love to see you back here again for more LightMAYker videos, and be sure to check out all the other videos on my channel. Thank you guys so much, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye!